The modern city is located at 27 degrees 11 00 and 31 degrees 10 00 E, 27.18333 degrees north, 31.16667 degrees east, 27.18333, 31.16667. While the ancient city is located at 27 degrees 10 00 and 31 degrees 08 00 E, 27.16667 degrees north, 31.13333 degrees east, 27.16667, 31.13333. History. Names and etymology. The name of the city is derived from earlier Egyptian Zort, adopted into the Coptic as Syot. In Greco-Roman Egypt, it was called Lycopolis or Lycopolis, Lycon, or Lyco. Ancient Asyut was the capital of the 13th nome of Upper Egypt around 3100 BCE. It was located on the western bank of the Nile. The two most prominent gods of the ancient Egyptian Asyut were Anubis and Wet, both funerary deities. During the First Intermediate Period, the rulers of Zort were supporters of the Heracleopolitan kings, of whose domain the nome formed the southern limits. The conflict between this nome and the southern nomes under the rule of the 11th dynasty ended with the victory of Thebes and the decline of Asyut's importance. The shield of a king named Rekame, who reigned in Upper Egypt, has been discovered in Asyut. Lycopolis has no remarkable ruins, but in the excavated chambers of the adjacent rocks mummies of wolves have been found, confirming the origin of its name, as well as a tradition preserved by Diodorus Siculus, to the effect that an Ethiopian army, invading Egypt, was repelled beyond the city of Elephantine by packs of wolves. Osiris was worshipped under the symbol of a wolf at Lycopolis. According to a myth, he had come from the shades as a wolf to aid Isis and Horus in their combat with Typhon. Other ancient Egyptian monuments discovered in Asyut include the Asyut necropolis, tombs which date to dynasties 9, 10 and 12, and the Rameshid tombs of Siesa and Amenhotep. In Greco-Roman times, there was a distinct dialect of Coptic spoken in Asyut, known as Lycopolitan, after the Greek name for the city. Lesser used names for this dialect are Subak-Mimic and Asiatic. A large Byzantine treasure was discovered near the city in the early 20th century and is now dispersed amongst a number of museums in the West. The hoard is composed of some of the most elaborate jewelry to survive from late antiquity. Asyut was the end of 40-day road that connected the city to Darfur through the Selma and Karga oases. The history of the road, known by local herders as Darb al-Amarbin, goes back over 700 years. It was used as a pathway for great caravans of up to 12,000 camels at its peak in the 14th century. Modern Asyut. Today, the city of Asyut has almost 400,000 inhabitants. It is the Egyptian city with the highest Coptic Christian concentration. It is also home to the University of Asyut, one of the largest universities in Egypt, to the Asyut Barrage, and to the Lillian Trasher Orphanage. The city is one of the only cities in the world that still makes silver applique work shawls and is home to a large textile industry. The city also produces fine pottery, inlaid woodwork, and rugs. The Virgin Mary is reported to have appeared in Asyut on the 17th of August 2000. This apparition is recognized as an official Marian apparition by the Coptic Orthodox Church and remembered in the Deir el-Muharraq Monastery of the Virgin Mary. Asyut is the terminus of the Ras Shakar Asyut oil pipeline, the terminus of the Cairo Asyut gas pipeline and the beginning of the proposed Asyut Kunar gas pipeline, the last two being part of the Nile Valley Gas Company pipeline project. Asyut is next to the Asyut Dam across the Nile River in the neighboring port of Al-Hamra. The dam was built in 1902 and a hydroelectric plant was added in the 1980s. Coptic Catholic Eparchy on 10 August 1947. A Coptic Catholic Eparchy of Asyut was established on southern Egyptian territory, split off from the Coptic Catholic Eparchy of Luxor, each suffragan of Coptic Catholic Patriarch of Alexandria. Its episcopal see is the Cathedral of the Mother of Divine Love, in Asyut. Suffragan epics of Asyut: Alexandros Skanda, Euhanan Uia, Friars Minor, previously auxiliary epic of Luxor of the Copts and titular bishop of Fatinus, Kyrillos Kamal William Saman, OFM. Geography. Climate. Köppen-Geiger climate classification system classifies its climate as hot desert. It is the driest city of Egypt. Luxor, Minya, Kunar and Asyut have the widest difference of temperatures between days and nights of any city in Egypt, with almost 16 degrees Celsius difference. The city of Asyut is sandwiched between two mountain ranges of about 600 meters height. There is also a lowering in elevation in mid-Egypt, from the Mediterranean and the Red Sea. This gives the city and nearby towns and villages the similar properties of a continental climate, meaning that the city has harsh and chilly cold winter weather, and very hot but non-humid summers. During summer the temperature can exceed 42 degrees Celsius. Yet, in winter Asyut gets below 0 degrees Celsius temperatures during the night and frost can easily form, while hail or snow are rare because of the low average of the city's precipitation and general low humidity. The highest record temperature was 51 degrees Celsius, recorded on July 23, 1994, while the lowest record temperature was -2 degrees Celsius, recorded on January 16, 2008. Notable people: Kolouthis, 5th century Greek poet; Gamal Abdel Nasser, the second Egyptian president; Shenouda III, the Pope of the Coptic Orthodox Church from 1971 to 2012; Ahmed Lutfi El-Sayed, Egyptian nationalist; Meletius of Lycopolis, founder of the Meletians; Al-Suyuti, a Sunni Muslim theologian who died in the year 1505; Syed Kotb Twinnings, IASI, Romania. Bibliography. Lopriano, Antonio. Ancient Egyptian. A Linguistic Introduction, Oxford U. Press 1996. ISBN 0-521-44849-2. Baines and Malik Cultural Atlas of Ancient Egypt, 2000. ISBN 0-8160-4036-2. Kyle, Joachim. Ancient Asyut. The first synthesis after 300 years of research, the Asyut Project Volume I. Wiesbaden 2008. ISBN 9783447-05666-3.